Greetings. Father Mark signing on, continuing the series on church history. Depending on how you're following this, the next body of material between the years 1300 to 1500, roughly, can be considered either late medieval or early modern, or simply part of the modern history, because this period includes the Renaissance. So for convenience, I'll just put this set of videos on multiple playlists. So if you're continuing from the medieval playlist, then you just continue where we left off. But it'll also be on the modern playlist. And, okay, so, and for seminarians, whatever course, this is really just for your interest, because what's already up on the playlist is far more than you need. For 3 credit courses, you need 45 hours. So there's already much more than that on all the playlists. So this is really just for those who are interested, both seminarians as well as anyone else who's following these history lists. So moving on to the reign of Pope 194. Blessed Benedict XI, born Niccolo Boccassino, Boccassino. He was Cardinal Bishop of Ostia, former Master General of the Dominican Order from 1296 to 1298. He was unanimously elected. He accepted election on October 22nd, 1303, as a safe compromise candidate, following what happened to Boniface VIII, which I have in a previous video. He was peace-loving and scholarly, and known to be so. And the cardinals in conclave looked around Europe and saw very few friendly faces. As Pope, he reigned under the papal name Benedict XI. The King of France, King Philip IV, who orchestrated the whole, the attempted kidnapping of Pope Boniface VIII, that was thwarted, but Boniface was so injured from the abuse that he died shortly after. Nevertheless, though he was guilty of murder, King Philip IV of France demanded of the new Pope, Benedict XI, that he, the new Pope, surrender the corpse of Boniface VIII to be put on trial before a church council to answer for the crimes of which he was accused falsely by Philip, and the punishment for which Philip said he evaded his rightful punishment by his premature death. Now, of course, this is ridiculous. The demand, though, had a political objective. Philip wanted a church council to meet and condemn Boniface, even though Boniface was already dead, in order to establish a precedent that a pope's conduct could be judged and condemned by a church council. So that's contrary to church law, to canon law, but Philip wanted that precedent in the secular world. The new Pope, Benedict XI, for his part, of course, he refused to surrender the corpse of Boniface, and in his turn, he demanded, legitimately, that those who attacked, kidnapped Boniface, and beat him so badly that he later died, the Pope demanded that Philip surrender those people to Rome to stand trial for murder. Philip then he tried bribery, tried to bribe the new Pope into surrendering Boniface's corpse for trial. That failed. And so Philip orchestrated his murder. Pope Benedict XI was assassinated by poison on July 7, 1304. The crime was no doubt carried out by agents of House Colonna, a prominent Italian house which had incurred vendetta against the Holy See because of what things Pope Boniface had done, for which we already covered. So Pope Benedict XI reigned for only 9 months. He was followed as Pope 195 by Clement V, in whose reign everything changed. So we'll stop here, and for the sake of convenience, I'll just do a separate video for each pope, even if it's short like this one. So we will pause here and pick up with Pope Clement next. Thank you for your attention. This session is adjourned.